all over the world to all nations. Then will these things shortly come. I am proclaiming that message, and it's the first time in over 1900 years that message has been proclaimed to the world. I repeat again, the atomic scientists who know what is going on in the world say that we're now just 3 minutes to midnight. And that means the end of this world and the coming of a far better world. And it is going to come in this generation and in your time. Now, I know you haven't heard anything said like this before, but I have been sent here by that eternal living Creator God, the God over all races and all people and all nations, to tell you the truth, which missionaries have failed to tell you, which religions have not known or have not been able to tell you, which the colleges and universities do not teach, which science doesn't even understand. But you have been told tonight.
A vitally important aspect of God's work today is Mr. Armstrong's personal meetings with world leaders. He has visited more heads of state in their offices than any other man alive today. Among the more than 70 world leaders he has met with over the past 15 years are the late President Anwar el-Sadat of Egypt, as well as Egypt's current President Hosni Mubarak, President Ferdinand Marcos of the Philippines, Prime Minister Menachem Begin of Israel, King Hussein of Jordan, and Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher of Great Britain. Mr. Armstrong has also met with every Prime Minister of Japan since 1971, including recently appointed Yasuhiro Nakasone. Internationally recognized for his humanitarian efforts on behalf of world peace, Mr. Armstrong has been called a builder of bridges between peoples everywhere. In recognition of his contributions to world peace, Mr. Armstrong has received numerous decorations, awards, and honorary doctorates. For example, he was honored by Emperor Hirohito with Japan's Order of the Sacred Treasure, the most prestigious award that can be bestowed upon a non-Japanese private citizen. In January 1984, Mr. Armstrong was decorated by Their Majesties King Bhumibol and Queen Sirikit of Thailand in recognition of his many years of service to the Thai nation. The next day, Queen Sirikit, in an unprecedented departure from protocol, asked Mr. Armstrong to accompany her in her helicopter to visit one of the agricultural stations in the mountains of Chiang Mai province. Mr. Armstrong was able to see firsthand the crop substitution programs that have so effectively reduced the growing of opium poppies in this region. It was yet another example of how God's apostle has been honored by kings, presidents, and heads of state around the world. As God opens these doors to his apostle, and as the gospel message is taken to the ends of the earth, it is sure evidence that the end of the age is approaching, and that this phase of God's work will soon be completed.
But they don't know how to deal with it.
And so this work, which began so small in the Willamette Valley 50 years ago, has seen many changes. But one thing has not changed. When the first few members of the congregation that met at Jean's schoolhouse pledged their support and loyalty to Mr. Armstrong, they had to have faith and vision. So today, the thousands of members of the worldwide Church of God who continue to support God's chosen apostle in the work must also have vision, because the greatest challenge and the greatest growth are still ahead.